Welcome back to After Dark with Amphitrite Oceana. I'm your host, Amphitrite Oceana, but you can just call me Amy. This next guest will be released their second album on Friday called Love Does Me Wrong Volume 1. Please welcome Nicole Pancakes to the stage.
Where is that ugly slut?
Thanks for having me, Amy.
You're welcome, Nicole. Now, tell us, what is Love Does Me Wrong?
Okay, so Love Does Me Wrong is like a trilogy that tells the story of my experiences with heartbreak through different genres such as R&B, autumnal ballads, and each song has its own unique format, including a solo duet, a cappella, and spatial background noises that transport the listener to the place I am singing about. But Love Does Me Wrong is many things. It's just love in any context. That's why I chose it, because it could be like relationship love, family love, friendship love, and I really tried to touch every base I could.
I love touching bases. Anyways, is there any special background gossip behind the scenes with any of the tracks?
Why, yes, there is, Amy. The first one that came to mind was Tornado Warnings. Tornado Warnings was actually supposed to be released around this time last year. And it was supposed to be the second half of the collab for Control Me with Songscaper, aka Writer. But then a little feud happened, a couple more songs happened. Control Me Bitch came out at one point. But it was supposed to be Tornado Warnings featuring Songscaper. And then I had McKinley hop on the track because I know McKinley, she would love a feature. And I said, here you go, girl. Eat up your feature. And let's just say she did. You'll find out on Friday that she ate up that feature. But any other gossip would be like, I forget what track it is, but I Choose You. I slipped it onto a Love Does Me Wrong album, yet it's about love. And at the time we're filming this, because we're filming this ahead of time, but at the time we're filming this, the guy that I sang about, I'm kind of questioning our relationship. I don't want to say that because it sounds bad, but it's only because I found someone else.
That's some serious fucking tea. Why was it important for you to make Love Does Me Wrong?
I feel like the reason it was really important for me to make Love Does Me Wrong is so I can take all these feelings I've experienced with this one core part of my life, which is love, because I grew up with you're gonna get married, you're gonna have kids kind of lifestyle already set up for me, which I still wouldn't go down that route. Music is my passion, but I also want to have a family someday. But it was really important to me to make this album and kind of collide the two because I want everybody to know how I feel with dealing with love, and I know people can relate with it because every relationship with love is so specific, and I can't say that word, we'll get into that later, so unique, but it's all relatable because it all happens to everybody. But I just feel like it's really important to talk about these situations because they don't get talked about often enough. I mean, some of them do more than others, but not released yet, but I have a song called The Lonely Coffee Shop Booth where I got stood up in a coffee shop, in a booth, by myself, and I waited 45 minutes for that guy, and he still didn't show up.
Wow! Fuck that guy. You didn't need him. How long did this first volume take to make?
Oh, I didn't know we could say fuck on national television, but okay. Um, this volume took me from, I'm gonna say, probably last August, I started around last August till, like, last November, but, like, I didn't finish, like, writing it until, like, February. Because I still group, like, Leap of Love as part of Love Does Me Wrong, even though it's not going to be on any of the albums. I still group it in as part of it. I didn't finish recording all of Love Does Me Wrong Volume 1 until probably, like, April or May. And then it just comes out in August. It comes out this Friday, August 16th. We love her. Honestly, I'm gonna go a little off topic. I'll get back. No promises, but we'll get back. So basically, what was I gonna say? My God! I prefaced this would be a tangent too much, and I literally went so far off topic. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. As soon as I stopped recording Volume 1, I immediately started recording Volume 2. Volume 2 is not done yet. It's gonna have the same amount of tracks, same amount of formatting. Like, it's gonna be 14 songs and 2 covers. But how long did it take me to make? But, like, as a whole, all of Love Does Me Wrong, I'm not done recording all of it. I'm done writing all of it. All of it's already written. And some extras, but I'll release those when I release those. Don't expect the extras anytime soon. But it took me a long time in between scrapping my original ideas for my second album, which was going to be called Villains, which was also going to be like a volumed album. I was going to do in parts, 4 EPs, and then a album. I'm so fucking glad I didn't do that, because I would have released 216 tracks in 1 year. I can't even do that in my mind. Like, releasing 216 tracks is not possible for me. That's why I had to scrap that project and release Love Does Me Wrong, which is a little less, but still a lot of tracks. But I'm not doing it all in 1 year. I spread it around 2-ish years.
Thank you for your longest novel read, you ugly pickly bitch. What was your favorite part about making Love Does Me Wrong?
Fuck you too, bitch. No, my favorite part of making Love Does Me Wrong was probably writing it and producing it. Because, like, all my work, even up until this point, it's the only person helping me make it is me. I'm doing all the writing, the producing. If I ever do a live show, choreographing, like, I'm doing all of it. Like, and I'm just doing it all from this studio where we're recording in. I wish there was a live studio on it. It would make everything more exciting. Low budget looking bitch. Anyways. No, like, my favorite part of making it was, like, writing it and producing it. Because I feel like at this point, the music I'm, like, putting out right now is stuff I can actually listen to myself, which is a high regard. Because when I released my debut album, I didn't want to listen to any of it. I still don't. But Love Does Me Wrong Volume 1 has that special touch to it. The effort is really there, and I love it every second of that goddamn album. I will say, no, you asked the question.
It's not like I'm a fucking mind reader. I don't know the question you were about to answer. What's your favorite track from Love Does Me Wrong Volume 1?
That was actually going to be the question I was going to answer. Fuck you too, bitch. Again. But, like, my favorites I think my favorite song production-wise, I have two because they're very similar. Quicksand. Y'all have already heard her. I love her. I'm going to be performing her in a little bit. Don't you worry. I will be performing Quicksand. And I feel like Quicksand and Love Does Me Wrong, the title track, because they're both very similar. For production. For writing, I'm going to say Losing Your Love or Translucent Love.
That's deep. Bitch, last question. What can you tease about this first volume?
So this first volume is going to be completely different to anything I've ever released. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be difficult to listen back to some of those songs, but like I think the most I can tease is that the last two tracks are going to be cover songs. Nope, I'm going to start with the shorter one. Wishing Well, it was originally written and performed by Jessie Page. We love her, we know her. And then Hope is a Dangerous Thing for a Woman Like Me to Have was originally written and performed by Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey was a very big inspiration for this album. I will say when I started this album, I wasn't as big of a fan. And then once I put Love Does Me Wrong on, like, possible covers, once I put Hope is a Dangerous Thing for a Woman Like Me to Have as possible covers for this album, I really fell in love with that song and her work, and Norman fucking Rockwell, that album is top tier.
Oops, we just ran out of time 'cause your big fat ass couldn't stop flapping. When we come back tomorrow, Nicole Pancakes will be performing her hits from Love Does Me Wrong Volume 1. Good night!